Formerly an aspiring business owner, he rubbed shoulders with the rich and famous. But behind the glamour was massive financial stress and lots of sacrifices. Through new skin, he believed that he could achieve greater success and started taking massive actions to achieve his goals. It is here that he gained holistic success and emerged as a real winner in life. Believe is the beginning, persist till the end. Ladies and gentlemen, Executive Brand Director, Mr. Clinton Zhang.
Now I know what a K-pop star feels like. 안녕하세요. 저는 정영광입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. Okay, before the ST translation team throw me off the stage, a very good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys feeling this afternoon? I'm feeling fantastic as well. For our new friends who don't know me yet, my name is Clinton. Chinese name is Zhang Guangrong. So today I think 蛮光荣的，对吗？ Well, I didn't know I look quite good up on this stage. Okay, anyway. Yes. For our new friends, I know it's not easy post-lunch to be here. And I'm serving a very difficult crowd. But just now you have supermodel Eloise up on stage, right? Now you have Korean Oppa Clinton. Give us a big round of applause. Today, I'm grateful to God and to System for giving me this opportunity to share a topic very close to my heart. Your belief become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your values. Your values become your destiny. This is said by the legendary Gandhi. But many of you will say, but Clinton, I can't control my belief. I'm just so negative all the time. I don't know how are you so positive. You know, I have so many limiting beliefs. I can't control my beliefs. Well, I agree with you. Although we can't control our beliefs, but we certainly can control our environment. Do you all agree? Agree, right? How many of you agree? How many of you agree? Show your hands. Okay, tough crowd. I see some people who still disagree. It's okay. Some years ago, I was one of those people, never raise my hand no matter what the speaker says. But today, I'm standing right here in front of you all, okay? So to all those who did not raise your hand, let me share with you a social experiment, which very recently I got very fascinated by. Just to demonstrate to you that environment really is very important. So imagine there was this actor that walks into a coffee store. Okay, and what this actor did is went up to this 100 people in the coffee store, gave some excuse. Okay, say, hey, would you hold this for me? And what they got the 100 people to hold was first 100, a cup of hot coffee. Okay, hot coffee. And then the same actor would then go back to the coffee store about 45 minutes later and find another 100 people and use the same excuse again. Hello, excuse me, can you hold this cup of coffee for me? But this time round, the coffee is a cup of iced coffee. So unbeknownst to them, interestingly, another actor would walk into the coffee store and clearly know who were the 100 that were approached earlier and say, hey, excuse me, do you mind doing a survey for me? Here is a narrative of a story of a character. Do you mind sharing with me? Okay, what do you think is the personality of this person? You want to know something so fascinating? The 100 people that read that paragraph of the character of the story, that held the hot coffee, will go on to say that the character is warm and friendly. And the 100 people that held the cup of iced coffee, reading the same paragraph about the same story, will go on to say that this character is very cold, very unfriendly. So can you imagine just a cup of coffee and that environment could already influence not just inner belief, but our subconscious belief. So speaking of environment, shall I share with you my growing up environment? So I chose these two photos because I want to remember them the best. So you can see on my right, that's my very supportive father, who was a traditional businessman in the fashion merchandising industry. I chose this photo because he was always very supportive of me. Even I participated very lame competition like Clio Most Eligible Bachelor in 2016 and did not win. He was still the one cheering for me the loudest. So I'm really appreciative of him. Can you give him a big round of applause? Now for the beautiful woman on my left. Before your thing is my girlfriend. She is none other than my beautiful mother. Whom, by the way, I took this photo of only about 2 to 3 years ago. So not my girlfriend, my mother. And she's a very successful self-employed financial advisor. And today, I want to borrow your hands to appreciate my mother because for 5 years, I tried to invite her to this convention. She said, no, it's okay. You go up on stage, you share, I know you can do it. No problem, please. But today, finally, because she knows I'm sharing here today, she's here with us finally, after 5 years. Thank you so much, Mommy. Thank you so much. I love you. So y'all will be thinking, right? You know, your father is a traditional businessman. Your mother is a self-employed. So Clinton, you become an entrepreneur very normal. Sure, it will be easy for you. But contrary to popular belief, let me share with you something interesting about both my parents. So they come from very humble background. So as a result of them not coming from a privileged background, they had to give up the opportunity to further their studies as a university graduate for their younger siblings. You know, because my dad had 7 other siblings, my mom had 4 other siblings, and because they never had an opportunity to study all the way, even though they could, they gave up the opportunity for their younger siblings. So one thing that is in common between the both of them is not their success alone. It is both of them are not university graduates. So you would think their advice to me is to go and be an entrepreneur. That's the last thing on their mind. Their advice to me instead is, Ronga, Papa and Mommy already work so hard, take so much risk in the marketplace to be a business owner, to be a self-employed, because we didn't have a choice. We didn't get a degree. We had to give up that opportunity so that our younger siblings have that chance. But today, after we've worked hard for so many years, all I want you to do is study hard, get good grades, finish a degree, and work in an MNC. And that, to us, we will already be very proud of you. I think to all the parents that sacrifice everything so that their children can have the best school, can have the best choices in life, shall we give all the parents in the house a big round of applause? I'm grateful because my mother never let me be denied of any choices. She said, as long as you're willing to focus, as long as you're willing to study hard, whatever school, just go. So being a filial son, actually a lot of people always think, wow, Clinton, you must be very smart to be able to study all the way to SMU, not just have 1 degree, but have 2 degrees instead. Actually, the truth is, I wasn't like very, very intelligent among my batch. The only reason why, instead of 1 degree, I choose to complete 2 degrees in the same amount of time as my friends is really because first time a local university advertised, buy one, get one free. And as a Singaporean, we're very kiasu, right? We walk past fair price, we see buy one, get one free, we were chiong, right? So for the first time, local universities say, buy one, get one free. Right? Invest in 1 degree, we give you 2. Then me, thinking that my parents already worked so hard to give me all the resources to complete my degree, I must make sure it's value for their money. I must be a great investment. How many of you feel that way? And that's why we study so hard. Right? Cannot sleep, study and prepare for exam. How many of you feel that way? That was me, okay? That was me. That was the only reason why I study really hard, okay? But you see, this is what my parents want for me. It doesn't mean what I want for myself. Agree? So what I want for myself instead is get a business degree. But instead of finding a job in an MNC, I felt that by going to business school, it will equip me to find the right business opportunity instead. Okay, because I was very naive. To me, I thought, well, my very clever friends who wanted to become doctors will go to medicine school. Those who want to become lawyers go to law school. So naively, I think if I wanted to go to business school, if I wanted to become a businessman, I should go to business school. So I went there thinking, okay, I want to become an entrepreneur. Let me go get a business degree. But you see the importance of environment. Because in my process of trying to get into the university, I had to read, right? I had to read a lot of books. But who would have known, among so many books that I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad at 17 years old, just before, I go to university. And we all know that book, right? That book inspires us to become what? An entrepreneur or to become an investor. So why entrepreneurship? You see, being an ambitious young man, and I'm sure in our midst, there are so many ambitious young men and women in the house. That's why all of you are here in this room seeking an opportunity, discovering your dreams. I was that ambitious young man a couple of years ago. And to me, why entrepreneur? Why entrepreneurship? Because all the idols I look up to, Jack Ma, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, they were not only rich and successful. And in fact, if you are a very successful corporate ladder climber, or you could be a very successful self-employed, you can be very wealthy. But you notice something about all these successful entrepreneurs. They are not only rich and successful, they are also known. They are also loved. They are also respected. But most importantly, from all the success stories that we have seen this morning as well as yesterday, most importantly, they are free. And that attracted me to become an entrepreneur. So, I went into being a fashion entrepreneur. And the reason why I went into being a fashion entrepreneur is not really because I wanted to become a supermodel like Eloise, okay? Yeah, it's really because at that point of time, the trending opportunity was e-commerce. The trending opportunity was customization. So I wanted to position myself as a fashion, e-commerce, and customization player. That's why I went into that space and did my best to build a business based on what little did I know about business. But you see, what business school and traditional business mentors taught me are all these concepts, and I'm sure many of you will relate. Concepts like high risk, high return. right? If you want a higher return, you got to take more risks, right? That's traditional finance theory. Well, I agree. That's the only thing that I know. The other that they say, well, if you want to scale your business, you want to have a big business, you need to have more employees. You need to have bigger offices. You need to have more retail presence. You need to have more retail shops. Well, okay, yeah, that's what you tell me. That's what I've been seeing a lot of tua tauges that I interact with seems to also be telling me. And he will say, well, a great business opportunity is one where there's high barriers to entry. And any competition that arises, you got to kill it. Make sure even your employees, even your partners don't know fully your trade secret. Okay, interesting. I also believe in that. But the funny thing is, business schools are not taught by entrepreneurs, right? In fact, most of them are all theory. But they didn't tell me the struggle that will ensue, the struggle that will follow. So, we all heard from our amazing leader, Sean, this morning, right? Don't you think that was an amazing sharing? Shall we give Sean a big round of applause? I resonate with him a lot because indeed, traditional entrepreneurship is a roller coaster ride. And we have been programmed to believe, based on my environment, my business school environment, my traditional business network environment, telling me this is a high risk, high return game. Enjoy the roller coaster ride. It's part and parcel of the journey. In fact, if you want to be a good entrepreneur, time the market, choose the right trend, right? Climb all the way. Then maybe at the right time, at the height, sell your business, do a trade sale, IPO. Let other people absorb the risk. Agree? This is what traditional entrepreneurship tells us. One that I definitely subscribed to back then. But you see, the funny thing is, what successful traditional businessmen didn't tell me is that, yeah, indeed, there are some, a very small minority that is just able to time the market, exit at the right time, but majority traded their health for their success. And I was no exception. And when I meant health, I don't only mean physical health. I meant mental health. I meant emotional health. And it was really like this roller coaster. And I'm grateful that at the bottom of the roller coaster ride, I met my angel. I chose this photo of him giving me an ang pao. It's not because I want to show you all how rich he is, because I'm sure by now you all already know how rich he is, right? Correct? I wanted to show you not just how amazing he is as an entrepreneur, I wanted to also share with you guys how amazing he is as a human being. Shall I borrow your hands to appreciate my mentor, system founder, Rainho? Come on, your applause can be louder than that. Louder than that. To many of you, he may be the system founder that is so elusive. To me, he was like an older brother I never had. He was like a father figure that believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Right at the rock bottom and most challenging phase of my life, in my journey as being an entrepreneur, when I felt all hope was lost and I really felt that I'm not sure whether I can do it again, he believed in me when no one else believed in me. And for that, 형님, 감사합니다. Of course, right? He will share with me about the opportunity when we meet. That said, many of you will be curious, how did we even meet? He literally walked into my life, okay? Because I was opening retail stores in Singapore as well. And he was a very, very supportive client. So every time I had new inventory and inventory I cannot clear. Hello, Mr. Ho, how are you feeling this morning? Did you just come back from your flight from KL attending a convention? Oh, I heard that you're going to have another one coming up, right? You know, I got a couple of new collection that is in my store. Why don't you come down and check it out? You know what's the interesting thing about him? You all know he's a man of few words, right? He will just go, okay. And his okay didn't stop there. He walked into my store. Then I say, wow, you know this one, right? Look really good on you, you know, together with this, you know, together with this shoe. I tell you, people will call you the Rain K-pop star, not just Rain Ho. Then I thought that by saying this, wow, maybe he will feel a little bit. He just go, okay. Then I try a bit. After I give him some items, give him some shoe, then I try a bit. I go for other items that I know. I know. He don't know. Then I want to clear one. So I say, Mr. Ho, try this on. You know, nowadays, fashion, you must wear baggy pants. And I know, confirm don't fit him, but you know, it's stylish to wear baggy pants, you know. Then I thinking, maybe he think I'm going to hard sell him. But then all he said was, okay. And that was enough to demonstrate to me the lifestyle freedom that I also wanted. I also want to walk into any fashion store, anything the salesman or woman try to sell to me. Okay. Yeah, and okay all the way, you know. So every time I know my sales number is hitting a real low in this particular store, who do I call? Not Ghostbuster, Mr. Rainho. Give him a big round of applause. So the thing was, he saw me at where I am, and he know that I was a young, ambitious entrepreneur trying to strike out, trying to make it in my life. And he shared with me. He asked me, Clinton, what's your dream? And of course, I shared with him, my dream is very influenced by my business school environment, as well as the books that I read. You know, I want to become an entrepreneur because they say you will be time free, you know, financial free. Then he shared with me, yeah, that's true. And I respect that. That's why you didn't choose employment. You didn't choose self-employment, even though your parents came from there. You chose to become an entrepreneur. But did you know that that is not the only business opportunity, or rather, that's not the only career available to you? And he shared about his own success in New Skin. And we all know his track record, right? His track record literally mirrors after this purple curve over here. Who doesn't want this kind of income curve? Does it even exist? Right? So far, I look at all the curve, yeah, I get it. There's a y equal to mx plus c. There's a sine, cosine curve. But exponential curve? I thought that only exists in my textbook. No, that doesn't just exist there. It exists in my lifestyle. Right? Then I was like, wow, cannot take it, you know. If indeed his journey of his entrepreneurship goes through this exponential curve, right? Who don't want? Who don't want? So he shared with me, well, contrary to all your traditional business school theory, not necessarily high risk, high return, okay? The opportunity I am in is no risk, unlimited return. Wow. Every time I have a meeting with him, my head will be a bit painful one. I need to eat a bit of aspirin because it's very paradigm shifting. I don't know how many of you, when you're met your very wise mentor, then the thing they share, right, wow, you feel like it's clashing of your existing belief. After that, every time I have sit down with him, and usually a very interesting one, you know. He always very funny one. Every time he comes to my store, he always asks me, Clinton, what are you doing tonight? Then I look at him, right, I'm manning my store, thinking, what do you mean? I still have to man my store and close my store. Oh, no lah, I want to ask you later after you close your store, what do you have on? Oh, I have to close the register. Lor. Okay lah, later let's go for a drink. Oh, then I'm thinking to myself, this guy don't need work one. He come to the afternoon in my store, he sit there, ask me what I want to do later. Is he just to try to seek me, just to demonstrate that he's very free and a lot of money or not? 有钱又有闲啊，不要这样子对我嘞。 But to me, I'm thinking, 哎呀，不管这个人做什么, I don't care what this guy is doing 啦，应该是很成功, right? Should be very successful, right? I'm a bit curious. Let me find out a bit more. So he continued to share. Well, not only that, you want to become an entrepreneur because you want to build a long-term solution, right? That's what LTS stands for, am I right? So you want a long-term solution. You want stable, high exponential income. So unlike what you think, you need something that is high barrier to entry. Don't let people to copy you, right? Kill off all your competition. My business is collaborative. My business is the power of duplication, and the power of exponential is demonstrated through this. Wow, again, another one. Wow, hey, very pain. How come this one is totally contrasting from my existing belief, right? And I think what really struck me the most was he said, look, Clinton, big business doesn't mean you must be able to see one, Right? Doesn't mean you need to have a lot of office, you need to have a lot of people, you need to pai chang, right? You don't need to have a lot of this kind of thing, which I thought, right? Because all my successful traditional businessmen don't tell me you need to have all this. Then I remember he asked me this question, hey, next time y'all can use. He said this, can you see Wi-Fi? Big business or small business? And because he know I'm Christian also, he asked me, can you see God? Wow, this one very theological question, but I get his point. Is he big? So it doesn't mean what you can see, what you can control, means he's very big. In fact, often the things you cannot see, the things you cannot control, then it's really big. And such a big business, definitely, it will carry on for generations and generations to come. But you see, even the Warren Buffett of this industry, right? Our COE, Annie, was just reminding me. Warren Buffett, share with me about the business opportunity. Will you do full-time or not? I think most people, if you ever enter industry and you have the best of the best, say, hey, come, I teach you. I think we will jump straight in, all in mentality, But maybe it's something about my personality lah. I like fine dining. So good food must wait, right? So I made him wait. But the truth is, I think many of us, even if your sponsor is super charismatic, even if your sponsor is super amazing, even if your sponsor is multi-millionaire, even if your sponsor is whatever pin title you know in the new skin world, but sometimes in our world, it's okay lah, you good lah. You do lah. You successful lah. You continue to be my client, can really? Yeah, truly, that was what I was thinking. And the reason is really because I have all these limiting beliefs, all these existing beliefs. How many of you relate to me that you have all these beliefs that you see up on the screen here? I still felt like, after sometimes you Google a bit, then you see all this MLM article, cannot do one, pyramid scheme. I still feel, wow, the reason why I didn't want to go into self-employed following my mom is really because I don't like to sell. So I built a business, a fashion business, so that I just need to sit in my store, wait for my online store, people come and buy, can really. Now you ask me to go out there, overcome this, I feel even more stigmatized industry to go and sell. Of course I have those kind of thinking. And also, cannot see the business, don't understand the business, and this one is the most powerful one. I always felt beauty and wellness, definitely girls can do. I've been selling, business to guys. Ask me to sell a toner. I still remember, there was once my female colleague asked me, hey Clinton, pass me the toner on the table. I passed her the ink toner, And I thought, hey, yeah, ink toner. So I'm a one soap man. One bar soap. This is what SAF taught me. One Dettol bar soap. You can conquer from the head to the toe. Now you tell me to come to New Skin and try to sell hundreds of different skincare, beauty care, wellness. Don't know if I'm suitable or not. And then also I'm thinking, well, he already did this business 20 years ago. Maybe he's already saturated, all these things. But you see, Mr. Reinhold is very wise. Do you all think he's capable enough to answer all these objections in my head or not? Do you all think he's capable? Very capable, right? But he respond like this to me. Very clever, huh? So I think. Maybe many of y'all still today, even after today, still sit down there. Think. Wow, very excited already. But all these things still going on in my head. I'm interested but not committed. Don't need to think really. Sometimes all I can tell you is time waits for no one. And eventually health will catch up on you. That's why we have a saying here. 总有一天等到你. Okay? So, look, this is my American Korean wife. She looks very pregnant, okay? About 8 months pregnant. She took a photo of her pregnant tummy with a baby. And I took a pregnant photo of me of a beer. And the best part is, I thought I'm still very good looking, I still think, okay, what? Beer belly, what? You see, clearly you can tell I'm a very narcissistic person, right? You see, throughout the photo, my wife is always looking at me. But then, in this photo, I'm still looking at the camera. It means, clearly, I still think I'm very good looking, But thankfully, I got so fat already, right? Then I think, well, Mr. Reinhold supported me so much in my business. I think the least I can do is to support back. Support back what? Anyway, you spend X dollar in my shop already. Why is 2,140? Buy lah. You okay lah, me, I also can okay lah. But okay, right? After one TR90 transformation, I'm not sure about you, but the before photo, I was still in my 20s, I think people in your 20s, you wouldn't call them ajushi, right? But I really felt that I was ajushi. And the worst part, I still thought I'm okay. So, after you have such a great transformation, like I said, Mr. Reinhold is very wise. He don't try to explain to me or say everything. He say, well, since you have such a great transformation really, why not? You come and attend our TR90 day, our system meetings, very robust one. Because you like to learn, right? You come and learn. Maybe you can maximize the value of your TR90. So me, 我听话照做, right? My VIP client asked me to go. Every time I jio him to come to my store, he confirm come. Now he jio me to go to his store. I cannot don't go, right? So I go lah. I sit down at the ST meeting. Honestly, right? Okay, honestly, when I went into the meeting, I really learned a lot. All the meetings were very professionally organized. They were done by very knowledgeable consultants. And I think, hey, very interesting. I didn't know got this red light, orange light, green light, food can eat, cannot eat. Wow, interesting. I write down a lot of notes. I learned really. Then I will share with him. Wow, I learned about this. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start exercising. I feel so motivated. Right? I'm going to stop eating all this fried food. Then later on, he said, well, since you're 10, 10, 90 already, right? Hey, you share with all the people around you. Became brand rep already. Oh, you see, I became brand rep already. Oh, then you can attend this business school for entrepreneur one, Then you can learn more about sales and closing. Then maybe you can apply some of these things into your own business. I'm thinking like that. Okay, what? Some more, free one, come lah. Right? So I think, hey, very good leh. Right? But the funny thing is, right? One meeting after another, one meeting after another, one meeting after another, one meeting after another, one meeting after another. I became a student really. So that was before, then after TR90. This is 1 year ago, and this is me now, yours truly. So you better believe that TR90 has no rebound, okay? So to me, it's actually very interesting, right? Once I committed into the business, I think this is an amazing opportunity because in my previous business, I'm not so sure the kind of value that I offer to people. Right? In fashion industry, maybe at best I help them to look a bit better for a while. But in new skin business, I help them to look better, not just for a while, but for a lifetime. I say this is amazing because at that point of time, I was feeling, my business, it seems a bit fulfilling. That moment, this particular celebrity wear my shoe, this particular celebrity wear my shirt. But now, everywhere I see, right, is people having transformed bodies, carrying the self-confidence and beauty on their face, and I felt that this is such a truly meaningful and fulfilling business. Shall we give New Skin a big round of applause? And not only do we get to transform people's life through our products, but something very interesting and unique about our opportunity is we get to transform people's life also through our opportunity, through our business. So many of you know that before, my desire was to be known, to be loved, to be respected, right? So I worked really hard to try to get myself known, okay? Try to get myself respected, hopefully. But the funny thing is because I did it at the expense of my friends, I did it at the expense of my family, I did it at the expense of my partners, I did it at the expense of my competitors, I really don't feel I was a very likable or lovable person. In fact, I end up thinking, I don't think anybody truly loved me. You can ask any of the people that knew me a couple of years ago before I'm in this environment, what kind of person I was. Okay, but one thing remained, I kept coming and coming to all the meetings. And interestingly, throughout the journey of my life, I met many young, aspiring entrepreneurs. People like me, couple of years ago, having the same desire and same dream. They all wanted to become an entrepreneur, taking control over their own lives, achieving lifestyle freedom just like me. But they don't know how. And the funny thing was, they are going to walk the exact same path I did and having to go through the exact same journey and may end up at the exact same difficult spot I was before I met my mentor, Rain. So I said, why? Why not let my ceiling become your floor? A foolish person doesn't learn from their own mistake. A smart person learns from their own mistake. But a wise person learns from other people's mistake. This message I shared to a bunch of teenagers. Do you all think that at 18 years old and 19 years old, they will want to believe this message? Not easy. A lot of people think, yeah, should be easy for you. Try sharing this message to some of them. Wasn't easy at all. Because some people with personality will say, no, I prefer to walk through this journey myself. I prefer to experience it myself. Go war, come, give me, I like to bang. I don't know. Sometimes new skin karma is real. Okay? So, all this bunch of teenagers, I don't know for whatsoever reason, but now I look back, I know what is the reason. And the reason is because of this amazing environment. Shall we give this big hand to this amazing, amazing environment? All I said to them is, I'm not perfect. I'm still in this journey of discovering my best self as a leader, as an entrepreneur. Why don't you do it together with me? And all these teenagers listen to me with all sincerity, bit by bit, journey by journey, transform themselves. And today, they are my executive brand partners, brand directors, senior brand directors, executive brand directors, as well as team elites. Shall we give my team a big round of applause? And the most amazing thing is, they are still in their early 20s. But to my team, I want to express my greatest gratitude that even though I was imperfect, you all chose to still love me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, now that we know, in this environment, all the success story before us, I think there is no more need for me to emphasize all the amazing values that we can get. I will only emphasize that I'm so grateful today, particularly, I became healthier. And I became healthier in all sense of the word. I became healthier physically. Special mention to my amazing Muay Thai coach, Jin, who is also here in our midst. Because of him, I'm in my best physique ever since I was 18 years old. Okay? And not only that, I get to enjoy physical training like never before because of our amazing products. I also get to spend very quality time to my Singa Korean son, right? And quality time with my beautiful American Korean wife. And more importantly, I get to enjoy this journey together with my team, my family of brothers and sisters that I never had growing up as an only child. To all my ST brothers and sisters, Zhang heyo. So you know what's the most powerful form of showing off? Since everybody yesterday was showing off during their success story, right? Don't need to say one, just show picture will do. I show all these photos to demonstrate to you a picture is more than 1,000 words. You see for yourself through the faces of my family's face. You see for yourself the faces of my partner's face. You see for yourself the faces of my wife's, and determine, are they happier? Are they healthier? Are they wealthier? But more importantly, I became more handsome, right? And that is something you can never find in any other opportunity. So, we all agree that environment is truly important. Yes? I wrap it up with this. Not any environment, but a successful environment. Because I was clear of the outcome and destiny I wanted for my life, I then made a conscientious choice to choose my environment. And I chose a successful environment here in ST. Give this environment a big round of applause. Change your environment and you will change your destiny. Now, there is a very famous quote, and I wrap up with this, often quoted by the smartest man alive, Albert Einstein. It says like that: the definition of insanity is repeating the same behavior and expecting a different outcome. But do you all know that this quote, there is no conclusive evidence that is really said by him? Don't believe me? Ask ChatGPT, my best friend. He will tell you whether this is true or not. Not by him. No conclusive evidence is by him. So, because of that, I think I can edit this quote a bit. And instead of Albert Einstein, you have Clinton Zhang. That defines for you the definition of insanity is believing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different results. I have chosen my successful environment. The question begets all our new friends this afternoon. Have you chosen yours? With that, this is your Singa Korean Oppa signing off. Success together, together we succeed. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Executive Brand Director, Mr. Clinton Zhang.